As most of you probably know by now, I'm a West Point grad and I served in the United States Army. I didn't go to West Point or join the Army because I was enamored with war or to prove anything to myself or to anybody else. I did it because I really, truly, deeply believe in our country. And I believe in the worldwide importance of our democracy. And I believe in the fundamental principles of government that operate with transparency and with a matter of checks and balances. Over the past year, I've witnessed the complete destruction of our system in the state of New Jersey. I've watched the governor act for over a year with unilateral powers, completely unchecked by this branch. 3 times, we've used procedural measures to bring bills to the floor to make the legislature an equal branch of government, and all 3 times, the majority party shot them down. When I challenged the majority leader last month to either support my bill to limit the governor's executive orders to 14 days without legislative approval, or to come with his party's own plan, I had no idea that you'd come back and give the governor 210 days, more days, all while pushing your own legislative responsibilities into the next legislative session. To put this in perspective, what this bill means, for fewer than 50 days during a 2-year legislative term, did any laws derive from this body without the approval of the governor in the way it's supposed to be done? Now today we have a bill before us that isn't worth the paper it's printed on. The bill accomplishes nothing more than some fake headlines to help some of my Democratic colleagues play to the poll numbers they're reading. The bill was written in the dark of night by a few power brokers in the governor's office. None of the Republicans were consulted, and no matter what you try and tell me, most of the Democratic caucus was left in the dark too. And to make matters worse, the bill is before us on the floor today without going through a committee and without any public comment. It's bad enough that our legislature sat on our hands for over a year while letting the governor take full control of this state. Now, we are doubling down on the concept of power consolidation by ignoring protocols and avoiding any debate or discussion on the legislation with the public. We didn't even need to offend the Democratic process and rush this bill to the floor today. The fact is, the bill is no more effective than a handshake deal between the governor, the speaker, and the Senate president. It has no teeth. It doesn't prevent the governor from reinstating a public health emergency tomorrow, next week, or next month. And if he does, the bill does absolutely nothing to check his powers and change anything that he's been doing. The bill is completely useless. A 5820 continues to allow the governor to control the freedom of our constituents unilaterally while preventing us, the legislature, from protecting those freedoms. I would ask you, please vote no on this bill today. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.